Welcome back. Nervous Vet. Second video of the day. We're going to start talking about NHL playoffs. We got the NHL playoff board behind me. That's why you watch. That's why these videos get 9 views a day and an average watch time of like almost a minute. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, video respond, talk shit. I don't care. Let's get some interaction going. This stuff rattles around in my head all day. That's why I make these videos, so I can actually talk to something or somebody rather than just stumbling around my house talking to myself about fucking NHL. But anyway, now that I sound like a crazy person, which I am, by the way, let's talk about 3 games that we had yesterday. So, Wednesday, April 22nd, we had a bunch of game 3s, or 2 game 3s and 1 game 2. And let's get right into it. First game of the day, we had this Pennsylvania state rivalry. Flyers traveled to Pittsburgh for games 1 and 2 and took both those games semi-convincingly. I think the first game was close. Second game was a shutout. And now they travel back to Philly, and Pittsburgh's got to steal one, man, to make this thing interesting. Were they able to? No, they were not. 5-2, Philly, man. 5-2. 3-0. So this is like, I'm going to talk about this for a little bit. Anybody who's watched this channel, we've only been doing this for a little over a month. Philly didn't look like they had a chance. Philly looked like a little better version of like the New Jersey Devils. Slightly ahead of them in the standings. 11th, 12th place in the East. They weren't bad. They were just okay. The East was so tough this year. Extremely tough. So many good teams, and a few of them didn't even make the playoffs. What Philly had to do to overcome that those teams, like the 4 and 5 team races for like the wild card or to get into their division top 3, was amazing, man. I mean, they really finished the year extremely hot. They weren't like Buffalo Sabres hot. I mean, we had one of the best half seasons there's ever fucking been. They weren't the Montreal Canadiens finishing out the year, but they were right there. They were really right there, guys. Those were probably the 3 hottest teams in the NHL the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season because they had to. They didn't lose games to teams that were above them in the standings or right there with them in the standings when it came to the wild card. They took care of business. They lose one here and there. I mean, they didn't go undefeated, but like they weren't dropping dumbass games to the Capitals or to the fucking Rangers and all this shit like Columbus was doing and the Red Wings were doing and all these mistakes that these teams were making in the worst time of the year. Philly won games when it mattered the most. They're hot, they're in the playoffs, and they're playing against a pretty tough Pittsburgh team, a Pittsburgh team that not a lot of people put a lot of stock into at the beginning of the year. Like, were they going to rebuild? They got a bunch of aging heroes. I mean, they've won cups with these guys, many cups with these guys, but so, like, time to turn the page on some of this stuff, you know? Pittsburgh had a good year. Philly came all the way back and tied Pittsburgh in points for the regular season and then had to give up home ice advantage on some tiebreaker shit. But, dude, they're up 3-0 in the series. I mean, go from being semi in the basement of your conference to now being 1 win away from semifinals in the Eastern Conference was pretty damn amazing to me. And they're a fun team to watch. I mean, I'm not a huge Philly fan, and it's not because of the team. It's because of the fans. I mean, Philly sports fans or something else. And if you're out there, let me know. Let me know how you feel about it. I've never been to a Philly sports game. I've been in Philadelphia one time. I was not impressed, but yeah. Anyway, I don't like you guys, but your team is pretty damn good. And, I mean, if it comes right down to it, man, I'd be cool with Philly going as far as they possibly can. I mean, I really would be cool with that. I got a bad feeling about the Buffalo Sabres. Hopefully we meet Philly in the conference finals. That would be super sweet. But I don't know. Today is going to be very telling for the Buffalo Sabres. But anyway, first game of the day, 5-2 Philly, 3-0 lead in the series over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Love to see it. Second game of the day, Stars and Wild. Before the playoffs started, I gave you guys my predictions. I said Dallas and Carolina. They seem to be the two strongest teams to me because Colorado, dude, they're really, really good, but they're really streaky. Really streaky. So, need to be consistent in the playoffs. Colorado, they do have a 2-0 lead over LA, but they're kind of barely getting it done, man. It's going to be interesting to see what Colorado does, assuming they make it to the next round against either Dallas or Minnesota. But if you guys remember, Game 1, Dallas and Minnesota is like a pick'em according to FanDuel and various sports betting sites. Wasn't a pick'em on the ice. In fact, Minnesota picked them the fuck apart. Minnesota beat them like 6-1. Then Dallas comes back, wins like 4-2. And then this game, I wish I would have watched it. 4-3 double overtime. Man, that sounds like it was probably a really good game. Let's look at the scoring breakdown for this thing. 2-1 Stars after 1. Wild comeback, score 2 in the second. It's 3-2 heading into the third. Stars get a third goal in the third period, about halfway through. Duchesne. So Rantanen, Robertson, and Duchesne are the scorers for Dallas. Johansson, Eriksson, and McCarron are the goal scorers for the Wild. And then two overtimes, man. We got Johnston with the power play. That dude, I think he led the league in power play goals, dude. Crazy. Good stuff from Dallas. I mean, I usually would probably be like, let's go Wild in this situation, but like Minnesota is kind of just gross, dude. I kind of hate that state. So if you're from there, I'm sorry. But Dallas is just like old school rivalry with the Coyotes, so I've never really cared for them. And I don't know. I just respect the team. I think they're a super deep team. I think they're on paper probably not as good as the Avalanche, but I think they're going to be more consistent in the playoffs than the Avalanche. So they're still the team that I'm picking to win the West, but we'll see, man. They're up 2-1 in that series. Dude, what in the fuck is going on? Anyway, my videos are never going to fucking get any views if I don't close this garage door, but I love the natural lighting. Fuck, man. I guess it's time to go to work. All right, third game of the day was the Oilers and the Ducks. The Oilers won game 1. This is game 2. So the other two earlier games are game 3s. The Edmonton Oilers get preferential treatment, so they were able to get a little bit more rest before they started their series. But didn't matter because the Ducks put 6 goals up on them and beat them 6-4. So that's probably the least interesting series for me. If I'm being honest, like, we need Draisaitl and McDavid in the playoffs. No, we don't, man. I'm so tired of watching these dudes. It's like every year with Edmonton, man. And they didn't really have that great of a year. The entire division was horrible. I don't know how you have that many offensive weapons and lose as much as they do. They have the highest scoring defensemen in the NHL. They have 2 of the top 5 highest scoring forwards in the NHL. They have all these weapons and these young dudes, and I don't know. I'm tired of watching it, man. I'm cool with the Ducks doing something. I hate LA teams. I don't like California teams. But this series down here is I don't care what happens. I really don't. But they're tied 1-1. So anyway, tonight we got the Sabres at Boston. Was not impressed at all with Buffalo's Game 2 performance, especially Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. letting bouncing pucks from the red line fucking bounce over his shoulder. Uh, Downright embarrassing, to be completely honest with you. But I don't have a good feeling at all. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling a lot better if we win like 5-1 or some crazy score and get momentum back on our side. But it's kind of not looking good. I mean, our power play's horrible. We can't win any face-offs, and luck's clearly not on our side. We play really good in like the final 5 to 10 minutes of the games, which made game 2 semi-interesting. But man, we're gonna have to do something. I mean, that Boston crowd's gonna be fucking rowdy. They got weapons, and they also, a lot of people don't understand this. They are a wild card team, but they also had 100 points last year or this year. They're no slouches. They're no Pacific Division bums like the Edmonton Oilers. This is a goddamn good team. So, I just hope we can pull it out. That's all I can say. But kind of have an uneasy feeling after watching game 2 and a little bit of game 1. I mean, if I'm being absolutely honest, we kind of lucked out in game 1 and pulled that one off. The fact that this isn't 0-2 heading back to Boston is a miracle in itself. So, will be interesting. That game is on at 4 p.m. on TNT, True TV, and HBO Max, and that's 4 p.m. Arizona time. We got Senators and Hurricanes. Game 3 goes to Ottawa. Carolina's up 2-0 in that series. No big surprise there. The Senators played a really good game, too. They forced second overtime, even though the first goal got waved off on kind of some BS, but he was offside. Whatever. And then the third game is the Kings and the Avalanche. Also on HBO Max at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Arizona time. That series goes to LA, so we'll see. We got 3 games today. Friday we'll have 3 games. Saturday 3 games. No big 4-game slate until Sunday. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Nervous vet. I'm gonna start doing these live. I think. I don't know. Just because dude, I'm not gonna edit this shit anyway. It was just eliminate a step having to upload and all that stuff. So I might just go live and talk shit for 20 minutes and then we'll call it a day. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, talk shit, comment. I don't care. Just let's get a little bit of interaction going here. Video respond me, goddammit. But y'all have a great rest of your day, and don't forget, watch hockey. It's good for you.